Greetings to all, pleasant morning. We are going to talk about the fascinating subject of social networking sites are used for stalking, not for communication. Today, Fauzia and I will be leading this debate. Initially, let us to introduce the participants in this conversation, Felicia, Melia, Sylvie, and Ilham. They will share their perspective on the subject matter under discussion. In support of their case, Team Agree will assert that social networking sites are actually more frequently used for stalking than for meaningful interaction. Team Disagree's best option would be to stick to the belief that social networking sites are still helpful for communication. Let us begin with each team's introduction.
Thank you, moderator. We believe that social networking sites such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are often used to stalk other lives rather than for active communication. This is reflected in the amount of time users spend browsing profiles, photos, and updates of their friends rather than engaging in direct communication.
Absolutely. The abundance of features like stalker mode or recent activity on these platforms indicates that most users are more interested in tracking what others are doing rather than engaging directly. This creates a passive environment and triggers a tendency to be observers rather than active participants in conversation.
Thank you, the group concurs. What do you think? Does the group disagree?
Thank you, moderator. While we acknowledge that some people use social networking sites for swiping, we believe that it is only a small part of overall usage. Many people still use this platform to communicate with their friends and family, share experience, and build relationships.
Completely agree. Social networking sites have become an integral part of how we communicate in our daily lives. With features like direct messaging, comment, and private messaging, users have many ways to interact directly with others, indicating that communication remains the primary focus of social networking site users.
Thank you to both teams for your strong opening statement. Now, let's proceed with additional argument from each team.
Furthermore, we can see that many new features introduced by social networking platforms tend to lean towards stalking rather than communication. For example, individually taught algorithms tend to highlight content that's interesting to users based on their behavior, which invites them to spend time viewing content rather than actively interacting with their friends.
Yes, and we cannot ignore the psychological impact of this online stalking behavior. Many studies have shown that long-term use of social networking sites for stalking purposes can increase levels of stress, anxiety, and depression in individuals, as they constantly feel compared to the perfect life displayed by others.
I don't fully agree with that argument. While there's a risk of excessive use of social networking sites, many studies also show that healthy use this platform can enhance social connection, emotional well-being, and even political engagement.
I agree. There are many success stories of how social networking sites have helped people from new relationship, organize social events, or even find career opportunities. This demonstrates that social networking sites still play an important role in facilitating positive social interactions.
Thank you to both teams for the additional clarification provided. Now, let's proceed with the closing statement for each team.
In conclusion, we want to emphasize that while social networking sites can be a powerful tool for communication, the evidence we present shows that the primary use of this platform tends to lean towards talking rather than communication. We must be more aware of the psychological and social impacts of online stalking behavior and strive to use social networking sites in a healthier and more productive manner.
Indeed, This debate has provided us with an opportunity to reflect on how we use social networking sites in our daily life. We hope that by raising awareness of this issue, we can improve our online interaction and ensure that social networking sites are used for positive and constructive purposes.
In conclusion, we want to emphasize that communication remains a primary aspect of social networking site usage, as supported by the evidence or user experience we have presented. While there are risks of overuse or misuse of this platform, we should not overlook the significant benefit they provide in facilitating social interaction and information exchange.
We hope that this debate has clarified our perspective on the role of social networking sites in today's society. By considering the diverse perspective, we can better understand the complexity of using this platform and work together to create healthier and more inclusive online environment.
Thank you to both teams for your strong closing statement. This debate has provided valuable insight into this complex topic. Now, let's conclude our debate session. Thank you to all participants for their active participation. And my discussion served as encouragement for us all to use social networking sites more wisely. Well, until next time.